Today's video to get out the vote is for Arkansas. We're going to talk about how you pronounce the name. I feel sorry for Arkansas, truly. Not only do you have that as your governor, but you have a horrible voter registration system that is not set up to help people get registered or to attract new voters. I'm not only reminded as to how important it is to have a state that is run by people who believe in voting for all people, but how much we have to work on this being something that we're working to get all of the states so that all Americans can vote. I promise I'm not just talking shit. Arkansas really does have some horrible options to get registered to vote. That is in no way, shape, or form a judgment of the amazing individuals who are trying to get people registered in Arkansas. Hopefully, this video helps you a little bit. You must print out a form or receive a form, and then you have to mail that form in. It has to be signed. And then at that point, once they've received your form, you can consider yourself a registered voter. Or can you? This is from the Arkansas Secretary of State frequently asked questions. Am I registered to vote when I send in my voter registration form? As you can read, no. Submitting your voter application at a state agency in a voter registration drive or through the U.S. Portal Service does not guarantee your registration. You should follow up on the status of your registration just as you would on any other personal business matter. So you can tell right away these guys are super excited to get you voting. Let's get some dates out of the way. October 7th is the date you must register by sending in your application or in person. October 7th, which is far before the November 5th election, so keep that in mind. October 7th, you must be registered to vote. Normally, I like to give the links to the Secretary of State's official website, but in the case of Arkansas, Get Loud Arkansas is exactly where you should go to find out details and information about voting in this state. They are doing some amazing work, and you should definitely check them out if you are in the state, either to volunteer, donate, or if you need voter information. Some more information on voting via registering online. Technically, right now in Arkansas, you can print out a form or fill it out digitally and send it in. You have to mail it in. It is not electronic. But right now, there is legislation and lawsuits going back and forth that is requiring people to have what they call a wet signature, which means actually signed the document. This is in litigation currently, so I'm not sure at the time of you watching this video what will have come from it. But currently on the Get Loud Arkansas website, you can access the form, fill it out, and then you print it. And of course, you need a stamp because why would they pay for it, or why would it be free postage to get you registered to vote? So unfortunately, you also need a stamp to mail it in. So go online right now. Hopefully the form is there, fill it out digitally, and then submit it through the mail. So to clarify again, you can fill out the form online, you can sign it that way online, but then you have to print that out and have a physical hard copy that you're gonna mail in with a stamp. And what's our date? October 7th. All of that has to happen before October 7th. According to the Get Loud Arkansas website, every Arkansas county has at least one early voting site at county clerk's office, but other early voting sites may be available to you too. So you can access this information via their website. I'll leave the link, but there is some possibility to early vote. But yeah, you have to be in person and you have to make sure that you're already registered. Otherwise, you can vote on Election Day. Isn't that swell? On November 5th, you can vote. That's pretty much the main way you can vote in Arkansas. And according to the website, the polls are open from 7:30 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. So you have 12 hours on election day this year to vote. But remember, you must be registered to vote before actually being allowed to vote on November 5th. Arkansas, Arkansas. Why are you pronounced so weird with a weird spelling? Or maybe it's a weird spelling and a normal pronunciation? Well, I have the answer for you. In 1881, the Assembly made it legal that Arkansas would be pronounced the way I just pronounced it with the SAW. The resolution stated that the state's name should be spelled Arkansas as it's spelled, but pronounced Arkansas. The Quapaw were the original inhabitants of the state, and they are honored with the pronunciation of Arkansas. The spelling, because Arkansas likes to be equal both sides, is to honor the French explorers who were first in the state. And there you have it, Arkansas, spelt with an SAS. I am going to leave you with some good news. This is in no way, shape, or form an encouragement to get lazy or to not get out there and get a lot more Arkansas register. Arkansasian? Arkansas. Somebody's going to have to tell me. Arkansas. I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, I looked it up. Arkansasian. Yeah, sounds real classy. Arkansasians. So you're going to have to get out there and get more Arkansasians registered to vote because we definitely need those numbers to come up. But the good news promised to you, Arkansas sees significant uptick in voter registration ahead of 2024 election. What are those numbers, you ask? Well, it looks like in May there was 8,692, followed by 9,483 in June. July had a huge jump of 12,000, almost 700. And in August, there has been 13,000, almost 800 new registered voters, which is amazing news. For those counting, that's about 44,500 new registered voters that are voting, hopefully, in this cycle. The population of Arkansas is just over 3 million. According to data that I could find from 2022, it looks like there's about 1.7 million registered voters. So there's still a ton of room to register new voters. Again, keep in mind that that data was from 2022. The margins between Democrats and Republicans is pretty large. It's about 123,000 registered Republicans and about 88,000 registered Democrats. So not impossible, but a pretty large margin. Again, those numbers are from 2022. Some more good news is in that article. They're so precious, the Republicans. So they were asked about the jump in voter registration. One factor is the fact that this is a presidential election, that there's been voter registration drives, and that people are always moving in and out of the state. Right. You know what this is? This is the Kamala effect, and they're not ready for it. So let's get out the vote and get people registered, because that is the only way we start to win and change people's lives. I'm going to say it. Go Blue Arkansas.